بيلعبوا خارج فرنسا. عكس المدرسة الرومانية ما عندهاش بطولة قوية، ما عندهاش إمكانيات مادية وما تصدرش لاعبين، ولهنا تصعب على الفريق الروماني انه يخلق لاعبين كبار.
ودي مؤشر برضه يا كابتن طارق اللي حضرتك الكلام اللي حضرتك بتقوله، يعني احنا من 2008 و2012 وكاس العالم
وما تصدرش
لو
لاعبين.
تشوفوا العامل المشترك يا هشام هتلاقي
الفريق الروماني
برشلونة
انه يخلق لاعبين كبار.
ودي مؤشر برضه يا كابتن طارق اللي حضرتك الكلام اللي حضرتك بتقوله، يعني احنا من 2008 و2012 وكاس العالم.
Собирают нежно, аккуратно, думаю, что это женщина.
Главное условие – никакой химии.
Вкусное, бери.
Нику сегодня продают совхоза имени Ленина, который еще с советских времен обеспечивал ягодой всю Москву. Проверяем качество продуктов. Конечно, пробуем.
И откуда она у вас?
Дело в том, что в Астрахани она уже закончилась.
А еще ягоду нужно не только пробовать, но и щупать. Если холодная, значит, ехала издалека.
Эта ягода транспортировалась далеко и не в этих лотках, потому что ее невозможно продать. Значит, она откуда-то пересыпана. Она пересыпана для того, чтобы можно было легче продать, и для того, чтобы уже не поняли, откуда ее привезли.
6 рублей дайте, пожалуйста.
Но, как правило, такая ягода приезжает к нам из Греции, ставится через Белоруссию, она объезжает, на нее ставится штамп Буркина-Фасо.
Просим документы на товар. Вроде все в порядке, но у нашего эксперта остались вопросы.
Сертификат выдан на ООО «Астраханская ягода», а торгует, видите, ООО «Митра», которое получила от ООО «Экстраторг». То есть это не производитель, это перекупщик, причем в третьем поколении. И поэтому все это не соответствует. Но проверить сейчас наличие ягоды, вот что это астраханская, невозможно.
Несмотря на запреты, на прилавках по-прежнему можно найти турецкую или греческую ягоду. На этом столичном рынке сотрудники Россельхознадзора обнаружили почти полтонны санкционной продукции из Турции. Всю ягоду изъяли. Специалисты говорят, зарубежная клубника ни в какое сравнение с нашей не идет. И прежде всего потому, что выращивают ее по-другому.
Выращивание ягод за границей практически
особенно внесезонной ягоды, полностью переведено в теплицы, и выращивается она на минеральной вате. Ягода, которая выращивается у нас, и именно эта ягода однократно плодоносящая, то есть сезонная ягода, она выращивается на грунтах, на почвах, соответственно, получает максимальное необходимое количество микроэлементов.
Срок жизни клубники не больше недели, и потому импортный продукт похвастаться свежестью не может. Чтобы ягода не портилась, ее обрабатывают специальным раствором. Пользы для здоровья это не прибавляет. Определить ягоду, что называется, с грядки можно, нужно лишь быть внимательным.
Здоровый блеск глянцевый у ягоды присутствует, что говорит о том, что ягода свежая и поступила в продажу действительно совершенно недавно, может быть, 1-2 дня.
Кроме того, листья ягоды должны выглядеть свежими, а вкус клубники должен быть слегка с кислинкой. А вот если аромат уж очень душистый, это первый признак того, что ягода вряд ли может называться натуральной. Александр Белибов, Диана Джамилева и Кирилл Вячин. Вести.
И мы возвращаемся к одной из главных тем выпуска. Первый матч чемпионата Европы по футболу начнется уже через считанные минуты. Российский сектор трибун на Марсельском стадионе будет заполнен под завязку. Только на первые 3 игры с участием сборной России выделено 26 тысяч билетов, и все они уже раскуплены. На прямой связи с нами наш европейский корреспондент Анастасия Попова. Настя, здравствуйте. Российская сборная уже прибыла в Марсель. Только что завершилась пресс-конференция, насколько нам известно. Что говорят о предстоящей игре и вообще о перспективах главный тренер?
Добрый вечер. Ну да, действительно, сборная России уже здесь, и через несколько минут
có tạo nên cảm hứng sáng tác thơ chị không ạ?
Olivier Giroud.
Chỉ có 1 phút thôi ạ.
Đã đến Việt Nam.
Sắp khai mạc.
Vâng, tôi thì chưa tưởng minh được dung nhan anh ấy, nhưng tôi nghĩ tôi không nhìn những cái đẹp, những người đàn ông đẹp với tư cách phụ nữ, mà tôi luôn nhìn họ bằng tư cách nghệ sĩ. Nghệ sĩ thì lúc nào mà chẳng say cái đẹp. Nhưng tôi nghĩ rằng là đúng thật là một đội tuyển Pháp với đội hình toàn những cầu thủ đẹp trai, hay bất cứ đội tuyển nào vậy, thì làm cho những fan khác giới như chẳng hạn như tôi hào hứng hơn. Nhưng mà
thực ra tôi nghĩ đó là điều rất bình thường.
Đúng vâng.
Rất bình thường. Tôi cũng rất hào hứng với trường quay ngày hôm nay.
Vâng.
Khi mà trên hàng ghế khán giả kia có rất nhiều những cổ động viên xinh đẹp.
Nhưng
chỉ
mà
còn 20 giây.
Vâng, 20 giây của tôi là dành cho niềm say mê cuồng nhiệt, là tôi nghĩ chẳng có phụ nữ nào say mê thể thao hơn tôi đâu. Từ khi tôi có bầu đồng hành cùng với World Cup cho đến bây giờ, với đứa con 1 tuổi rưỡi đang ở bên ngoài trường quay này, tôi thức trắng đêm cùng Euro thế này.
Vâng, con
đấy
chị
là biểu
1 tuổi
hiện
rưỡi
rõ
đang
nhất.
ở ngoài trường quay này ạ.
Vâng.
Vâng, thế ai đang chăm cháu
Từ
ạ?
khi tôi có một người em, tôi nghĩ rằng đấy là một biểu hiện rõ nhất, vì tôi cũng biết rằng là Việt Khuê có 2 bé sinh đôi bằng tuổi con tôi, nhưng Việt Khuê là người cha, còn tôi là người mẹ, mà buổi đêm các em bé rất cần mẹ.
Hôm nay chúng ta nói hơi nhiều chuyện riêng tư trên sóng chị ạ.
Đấy. Trắng đêm với một trận khai mạc như thế này thì đấy là một sự nhiệt huyết rất lớn với Euro.
Tôi
rồi.
hiểu được sự nhiệt huyết đó khi cho chị 20 giây, chị nói luôn 1 phút. Không làm sao, rất cảm ơn chị Vi Thùy Linh. Vâng, rất cảm ơn chị Vi Thùy Linh, rất cảm ơn ông Phan Anh Tú, rất cảm ơn biên tập viên Việt Cương. Chúng ta sẽ còn gặp lại nhau sau khi trận đấu kết thúc. Còn bây giờ chúng ta sẽ cùng khuấy động không khí với một tiết mục trên sân khấu của trường quay đặc biệt của chúng tôi trước buổi lễ khai mạc vòng kết Euro năm 2016. Xin mời quý vị gặp gỡ nhóm O Plus.
Each day I leave, I want to be a day to give the best of me. I'm only one, but not alone. My finest day is rise and fall, yeah, through it all, this much remains. I want one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be, when all of my dreams are a heartbeat away.
2016 và chúng tôi hy vọng rằng sự hiện diện của các nghệ sĩ hôm nay, của các chuyên gia, của các vận động viên sẽ mang tới cho quý vị một buổi tối thật tuyệt vời. Chúng ta sẽ cùng đến với lễ khai mạc. Thì chúng ta chuẩn bị đến thời khắc khai mạc. Vâng, thưa quý vị, thưa quý vị, chúng ta chuẩn bị đến thời khắc khai mạc vòng chung kết Euro năm 2016 và chúng tôi hy vọng rằng sự hiện diện của các nghệ sĩ hôm nay, của các chuyên gia, của các vận động viên sẽ mang tới cho quý vị một buổi tối thật tuyệt vời. Chúng ta sẽ cùng đến với lễ khai mạc.
Sắc nét từng chi tiết, độ sáng và tương phản vượt trội, bừng sáng mọi hình ảnh, rực rỡ mọi sắc màu sắc với TV Bravia 4K HDR.
The American flag side by side with the Olympic flag, Ali winning the gold in Rome and bringing it back here. A few flowers, and that is all that adorns this, what is normally a sports arena, of course, but is today the center of where this town.
Để hôm nay ươm lộng những mầm non, để thành công vững chắc đón tương lai, và hạnh phúc chan hòa từng tổ ấm.
Tomorrow is not a given, but Entresto is a medicine that helps make more tomorrows possible.
Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow.
In the largest heart failure study ever, Entresto helped more people stay alive and out of the hospital than a leading heart failure medicine. Women who are pregnant must not take Entresto. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or Aliskiren. If you've had angioedema while taking an ACE or ARB medicine, don't take Entresto. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high potassium in your blood.
Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow.
Ask your heart doctor about Entresto and help make tomorrow possible.
You're only a day away.
You always dreamed of a trip to Athens, Greece. You accidentally booked a flight to Athens, Georgia.
With Travelocity, there's no fee to cancel or rebook most flights within 24 hours.
Travelocity. Wander wisely.
There's a part of everything that comes into eventually relation. Home is the heart, just
Protect your big, small, or tiny house. Marquee Exterior, Bear's most advanced paint. Come find our top-rated paints, only at the Home Depot.
Hello. Will you speak to me?
Officiel est ce premier grand match France-Roumanie. À tout de suite.
Le Club Euro vous est présenté par BetClick.
Eh oui, monsieur, eh oui.
Ok les gars, je vous explique la scène. Alors vous jouez contre 11 robots géants pilotés par des aliens. Météorite qui fonce droit sur vous. Antoine, amorti poitrine, tu sors sur le taille de Patrice Hugo. Parade, boule de feu, contre-attaque, but. Victoire. Voilà.
Que vous avez
Sinon ça sert à quoi tout ça là?
Ça c'est pour dire qu'on peut parier sur le foot sur PMU.fr.
Ça c'est évident, tout le monde avait compris.
En ce moment, 10 € offerts à chaque but des Bleus. Appelez-nous le dire.
Mettre en question son assurance auto quand on veut. Comparer, service, prix, tout ça.
Oui, mais compare ce qui est comparable.
Absolument, chère madame.
Moins cher avec l'efficacité MAF, c'est pas gagné.
Je te l'avais bien dit.
Sans MAF.
Dont on ne bénéficie qu'à la MAF. Je te l'avais bien dit.
Autre chose. Jusqu'au 24 juillet, c'est 2 mois gratuits sur votre nouveau jeu.
Oui, bah c'est pas pour aujourd'hui.
Ça va? Ça fait des semaines que je cherche une voiture d'occasion. Il y a que des épaves.
Mais t'as regardé sur aramisauto.com?
Non, c'est par où?
Bah par là.
J'en vois une.
Chez aramisauto.com, toutes nos voitures d'occasion sont reconditionnées. Résultat, une garantie d'1 an et vous êtes satisfait ou remboursé. Aramisauto.com. Vous faisiez comment pour acheter une voiture avant? Et maintenant, Aramis Auto vous livre aussi à domicile.
À compétition exceptionnelle. Oui. Pas gagnant, nous vous rendons sous forme de pari gratuit.
Everybody stop talking now. Attention. I will not help murder another poor people simply to continue the domination over the darker people of the earth.
If I'm gonna die, I'll die now, right here fighting you. You my opposer when I want freedom. You won't even stand up for me in America for my religious beliefs, and you want me to go somewhere and fight, but you won't even stand up for me here at home.
Now cool Bomaye. Now cool Bomaye. Ali Bomaye. Ali Bomaye. Come on, girl. We in Manila. Rumble, young man, rumble. If he want to go to heaven, I'll get him in 7. He'll be in the worst of 6 if I cut it to 6. I am the king of the world. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Hold it, you're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. I shook up the world. I shook up the world.
What would you like people to think about you when you've gone?
I'd like for them to say he took a few cups of love, 1 teaspoon of generosity, 1 pinch of concern. Then he spread it over a span of a lifetime, and he served it to each and every deserving person he loved.
Some remarkable images from the life and times of Muhammad Ali. We've said it here before. In many ways, Ali put the world in the World Heavyweight Championship. It's impossible to think of him and not think of some of his most impactful fights in places like Rome, where he won the Olympic gold medal, Kuala Lumpur, Kinshasa, Zaire. He fought in Japan. He fought in England. He fought in Zurich. He fought all over the world, bringing his championship close to the people that he championed. Michael Eaves, a Kentucky native himself, our Michael Eaves, has some thoughts now about Ali as a global figure.
Tucked up against the banks of the Ohio River, Louisville, Kentucky is known more for its derby than dignitaries. But during the 1960 Olympics in Rome, a kid with fast hands and an even faster mouth started to turn the world's collective attention toward this blue-collar river town he called home. It was here where Muhammad Ali, armed with a down-home upbringing and big city swagger, started to connect with the world. He showed his hometown that the most famous person on the planet could be a black man from Louisville.
I was excited that he was one of us. He was an ordinary, everyday person around us, but yet he could hold his own in the civic square.
Muhammad Ali. Muhammad means worthy of all praises, and Ali means most high.
Louisville loaned its son to the world, and through boxing, Ali leveraged his fame as a platform to promote peace, justice, and humanitarian efforts all around the globe. In every corner of the world, Ali was always the biggest star in the room. And though he's gone, his star still shines. The entire world is saying goodbye.
Nunca olvidaremos su caballerosidad y ética, su rechazo a la guerra y su defensa de la paz.
Isa siya na nagbigay ng inspiration sa amin, mga boksingero. At isa siya sa mga inspiration ko nung nagsisimula pa lang. And then hanggang ngayon, yung kumbaga yung ginawa rin niya na pagtulong sa mga mahihirap na tao din. Hindi lang sa Amerika kundi sa ibang bansa.
As a legendary person, this was example for hundreds of millions of people around the world. The person who did for sport, for boxing, more than anyone.
Muhammad Ali, a man who refused to accept the world he'd been given, and instead dared to explore his power to change it, which makes it even more fitting that his final resting place will be a former segregated town on the river born of conflict and hope. Louisville, Kentucky, the world's given you back your son, and now his star will forever shine on you.
Thanks to Michael Eaves, who is inside right now. Muhammad Ali's memorial service still scheduled to take place at the top of the hour, and you can see right there in your screen the American flag, and just next to it actually is the Olympic flag, the Olympic rings, of which he, as a teenager here in Louisville, was afraid to fly, went over to Rome, and brought the gold medal back to show one and all at his high school of Central, which was on the procession route today.
He was so proud of that medal that when he came home to New York from Rome, he didn't take it off for days. He said it was the first time in his life that he slept on his back, because if he had slept on his stomach, the medal would have torn him up.
Just the start of him becoming a global citizen, and we've seen that celebrated, and we will continue to here today. I think it's going to be symbolized in this interfaith ceremony as we see really worldwide faiths represented before we get to the eulogists. How did he come to most importantly be, because it was on several levels, a citizen of the world?
Well, I think that it's consistency. I think we keep using these words like faith and authenticity and all of these things, but they really don't have any value unless it's tangible, unless you can feel it. And I think you could feel it with him because he never wavered. And not only did he not waver from his original stance of being a conscientious objector, but he also added to it. He went in support of Daniel Pearl's release. He went and fought for Palestine. He fought for poor people. He really put his name out there in very unpopular ways, but there was no real way that you could criticize him because it was rooted in peace. What he did was he was a peaceful person, and I think it would lose a lot of power if there was a contradiction to that, but there really hadn't been.
And Jeremy, what gave him the ability to travel to Iraq, to negotiate with Saddam Hussein for the release of the American hostages in '91, to make an impact in Afghanistan and North Korea and Cuba?
It was all based upon the fact that he was respected for his principles. He was not viewed as a tool of any government, not even his own. He was his own man. He stood in opposition to his own government on the subject of the Vietnam War and on some other subjects as well. And it's interesting, too, Howard talks about the way that he maintained his stance. The world would come around to him eventually on many subjects. And to be clear, he was less controversial later in life. The things that had animated him as a young man, some of them had gotten better. And so he wasn't the angry young man that he had been in some ways with so much justification. And when he took a less aggressive stance, a lot of people embraced him who had not embraced him before, and it made it possible for him to be a diplomat. He was about as undiplomatic as you could be as a young man. And as we have said, there were a lot of good reasons for that. But he did become a diplomat. He became a symbol, and a powerful one, but not just a figurehead. He became someone who affected real change through his actions. And it all goes back to, as I said, the fact that he had credibility because he sacrificed for his principles.
Well, I think he was proven right. I think that's one of the big issues, was that if we were talking about a less complicated war, if we were talking about World War II, for example, he would have never recovered from that, which had a clear delineation of good versus evil. By 1975, it was very clear that Vietnam was not a popular war for anybody, and then you had to look back and say, well, he was ahead of us as a country.
And how much of his globalization, if you will, was a function of his being more accepted in other countries and other places than he was here, and also the opportunity that his sport presented to perform on international stages.
And also to grow. I think that is the one thing, for all the things that we say about boxing, you will see the world. And the one thing that he did for all the different places Jeremy just talked about where he fought, he got to see, he got his eyes opened. It wasn't simply Louisville, and it wasn't simply the United States. You will see the world, especially religiously, when you got to see what Islam truly was. It was not simply the doctrine of Elijah Muhammad. It was a global religion. It was more people practice Islam than any other faith in the world. And so, therefore,
Dr. Timothy Giannetti, who has helped the family really help to educate people who've had questions about the different aspects of the Muslim religion and how it has pertained to the events here of the last few days, from the janazah to the burial to some of the things that we're going to see today, which will be overseen by Imam Zaid Shakir, who has really been the figure that has pulled all of this together in terms of Ali's Muslim faith and making this a very authentic representation of that. He said that in his estimation and that of many, that Muhammad Ali is the most beloved Muslim in the world.
Well, that's easy to believe. He's in many ways the most beloved person, period. He would have been the most beloved Christian or Buddhist or Jew. There was a lot to love, and he embraced people. We keep coming back to this theme as well. While he was identified himself as a member of a religion that was entirely foreign to the vast majority of Americans. Remember, back in 1964 when he joins the nation, he nevertheless came to represent so many people and to embrace so many faiths. And he broke with the rhetoric that he had espoused in the 1960s of separatism and blue-eyed devils. All of that he disavowed after Elijah Muhammad died in 1975 and his son Wallace Muhammad took over the Nation of Islam, and he became a Sunni Muslim. Yep. And, these are important changes in his life, in the way that he approached the world. But there's no doubt, if not the most famous Muslim on the planet, I don't know who it would be.
Beloved was actually his word. Not necessarily famous, but it's that special word, beloved, that they have invoked again and again, and we've heard today. And Howard, what does it say to you that the family and that Muhammad Ali made the effort today to include Baptist, Mormon, Catholic, Judaism, Native Americans? There'll be a representative from the Buddhist faith as well that we're going to hear at the top of the hour.
Well, it tells you that this is who he was in terms of the act of life. And I think that when we talk about this, we always seem to talk about it from the standpoint of Christianity versus Islam. The power versus the powerless. That's the Muhammad Ali story. He stood for the powerless. And in so many ways, that's the root of all religions, is to stand for the people that do not have a voice, to give you some hope and some faith. He represented that not just at the end of his life, but for his entire public life.
The family has tried to keep this very faithful to his Muslim religion, but also so inclusive. And Dr. Giannetti, who's an Islamic studies scholar, said they're thinking of what we're going to see here at the top of the hour as a love banquet. That's what he called it. Again, we are looking inside at people filing in, and some of them dignitaries. A look at Billy Crystal. We saw young Billy Crystal of almost 4 decades ago roasting Muhammad Ali in a relationship that does go back 40 years, and he will be one of the eulogists today. He'll be The third from the last of a group of eulogists, which include family members, Muhammad Ali Center scholar, a longtime friend. And we'll be back with more as we expect the Ali Memorial in just moments at the top of the hour.
Now you want to see a thing of beauty?
Now You See Me Too is the most exciting movie of the summer.
This is the greatest magic trick ever created.
You won't believe your eyes. Ta-da! Now You See Me Too, rated PG-13, now playing.
Got a nice ring to it. I guess every superhero need his theme music. One man should have all that power. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the power. The system broken, the school's closed, the prison's open. So good night, cool world, I see you in
Invictus, fragrance for men by Paco Rabanne.
At Macy's, your fragrance destination.
Must unite. Together they will form Voltron, the greatest weapon ever known, and the only hope to save the universe.
Jeez, no pressure.
Voltron, legendary defender.
Steak used to cost an arm and a leg. But now you can get new tender braised steak and melted cheese wrapped in a warm flatbread for just $1.49. Taco Bell steak flatbread sandwich. Eat it for them.
Hey there, can I help you with anything?
Hey, Siri, what's AT&T's latest offer?
Oh, I don't think that Siri
right now. Switch to AT&T for an iPhone and get one free.
Wow, is that right?
Yeah, it's basically...
Yes, that is the current offer from AT&T.
Okay, Siri, you don't know everything.
Well, I know you asked me to call you the AT&T hostess with the most...
Okay, shut her down. Turn it off.
Right now, buy an iPhone and get another one free when you add a second line.
A man can get pretty dirty in this game. Shane uses new Irish Spring Signature for Men Body Wash. Fresh, cool Irish scent.
Good game today.
Irish Spring cleans a man up right.
A true traveller's journey doesn't end at the horizon, so it most certainly doesn't end at gate C47.
With Travelocity, get help through social media 24/7.
Travelocity. Wander wisely.
Look, this isn't easy for me either, but it just feels right.
This isn't how we raised you.
You never wanted to try it.
Enough.
Different.
Not this different.
Start your own legacy with the power of infinity. Now through June 30th, lease the QX50 for $319.